Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out Dusty Faces episode 1 and 2 by Paralyzed Works here on YouTube. Yes guys, the last Paralyzed Works we checked out here on the channel was Roma Victa. That was their newest upload. Dusty Faces is a series that I am familiar with. I watched the original one, this one here, about 7 years ago when it came out, and I want to say maybe I watched it 3 years ago, something like that. I like to rewatch this series every so often, but they actually released episode 11, which came out roughly 6 months ago, and I don't believe I've actually seen that one. It's an hour long, an actual full length almost kind of thing, you know? So usually their episodes, their first one 8 minutes, their second one 12 minutes. It's a production that noticeably gets better the longer it goes on. Obviously this one was released 7 years ago now at this point, 2017, and let me just say the quality increase throughout the series is very noticeable. So this last one that's an hour long, I again don't know what to expect from it. I kind of know what to expect from the earlier ones, but it's been a long time since I've seen it, and if you guys haven't seen it, I think this is a fantastic short series, straight up. I kin it a lot to like a German Band of Brothers. Obviously it doesn't glorify you know, the Nazis or anything in that way at all, but it very much goes and tries to be as truthful and detailed as it can given their lower budget, right? So if you read the description here, without a great budget but with passion and effort, we tell the story of the men of the second company. We rely on gathered and told experiences to stay as much historically accurate as possible. I respect that a lot. Obviously these men, regardless of what side you were on in World War II, if you were the average soldier, man, you had a shit time no matter who you were fighting for. You know, and a lot of the people there, you must remember too, were either there out of love for their country or there because if you declined, you got shot, you know? People don't realize that. Oh, I'd be different at those times. Probably not, man, because you'd be eating a 9mm to the back of the skull. Like, that's just the truth, you know? And nobody wants to die. And it's not just you, it's your family too. They're branded as dissidents, right? Or at very least inspected by the Gestapo, and we all know about them, right? It's not a good time, you know? It's not something that, you know, as much as people want to say, oh, I'd be the brave, the odd one out, no, man. Most people aren't going to take that bullet. You'd be silly too, right? Like, but either way, that's not what we're here to talk about. The point is, you know, this is a great series, and I really want to share it with you guys and share my reaction to it. And it's been a long time, again, since I've seen it, quite a few years at this point now, at least. So I'd love to rewatch it again, and yeah, guys, I can't wait to hear what you think about this one. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe for more content from me, and leave your recommendations down in the comments below. Big shout out to our members, our Hastati, and our Triarii, Paralyzed Tortoise. Big shout out to you, sir. I appreciate it, as always. But yeah, guys, without any further delay, let's get right into this one. Obviously, it's in German, so subtitles are gonna have to be on for this one, obviously. Wow. So, like, obviously already, their uniforms, everything, again, looks great automatically, right? Like, a lot of companies don't like being truthful. They'd like to cover up the insignia and shit like that. Like, you can see here, obviously, he's got a German eagle, and there's, you know, obviously a swastika. It's the accurate markings. That's what a German, I'm guessing he's an LT of sorts, probably a 2 LT, maybe a full LT. I doubt he's a rank above that. I don't know German ranks off the top of my head, so I can't be, you know, as specific on that. But again, obviously, officer's cap, I would assume LT of some degree. What is also interesting too, again, I mentioned the quality increase over time. I believe this first episode was, now I don't know, but this first episode, from what I can remember, is they basically like ended it as if it like finished. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, obviously being only 8 minutes long, but then obviously like the crowdfunding came in, crowd support came in, pooled in, and they made a full series out of it with crowdfunding, and I think that's fantastic. It's just great to see what, like, you know, what great independent works can it like inspire. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, obviously hand signals, right? Again, I don't know accuracy for German hand signals, but again, every nation uses them. It's not wrong. Setting up the pig, okay. Firing line.
Das Gefühl im Kampf ist die Angst. Die Angst verschont keinen.
The fear spared no one.
In jeden Winkel, in jedes Herz. Die Angst vor dem Schmerz. Die Angst vor dem Tod.
Okay. Section-sized element. Maybe platoon, actually. Definitely larger than a section. Platoon-sized element. Yep. Yeah, so I definitely would have to say LT of some sort. Obviously, MP40, the officer's cap, dead giveaway. I assume section command, but obviously that is probably, you know, incorrect given the scale of the military, right? Section command is usually dictated by the lower NCO ranks. For us, master corporals, sergeants. For the Germans, I'd assume sergeants. Again, I don't know the German vocabulary, what they would use. And I know Master Corporal is very much a Canadian thing. It's not really a rank that... It's not even a rank, it's an appointment, first off. But, like, it's not something you see really in other nations, to my knowledge. I don't know, right? Very interesting shot, though. Also, again, I love the detail on the pig, on the MG42 there. And I'm pretty sure that is an MG42. Let me just go look. Yeah, platoon on the left. Okay. Definitely an MG42, you can tell. Very clearly, yeah.
Auf geht's, Jungs.
A lot of people get 42s and 34s mixed up, I believe. But it's pretty easy to see the difference. That's crazy. While that is a tactic, fuck yeah, it fucks you. In Canada, we're taught if we have to, you literally get one guy, you know, fucking, you know, get on your hands and knees, and your buddy's gonna fucking mount the pig on your back and fucking use you as like a bipod stand. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're told to do. There's other ways to do it, obviously, too, but that's... Because then you're not getting your eardrums blown out at the minimum, you know? And then you are kind of cover for your buddy, I'm not going to lie. Like, if anyone's shooting at you, you're going to eat it first, but... So you're a little bit of a human shield, but I mean, hey, it is what it is, right? You do what you got to do. Are you crazy? Yeah. Oh. Also, I like how they all mostly have K98s. You have 1 or 2 MP40s in there for your section leadership, and obviously your platoon leader, but 95% K98s. Bolt action K98s. Executing them, yeah. Not even executing them, that's just kind of making sure they're dead. You don't want them to pop up behind you. Theo, are you deaf? Yeah, he probably is deaf. Oh. Looks like they're very much fighting Russians, for sure. Yeah. Nice. Don't know why it took you guys so long to do that, but yeah, fair enough. And yeah, you'd be like shaken up, man. You're just getting fucking strangled. This is hand-to-hand fighting in this forest. Again, you just have to remember, like, this is a great shot here to represent, like, what an overall section of the German army would look like, right? The pigs, the MG42s, man, again, they made as many as they could, but platoon-wide, you'd get usually 3 to 4. Typically, I believe, around 3 to 4 for a platoon. But you got to think that's 4 out of, like, a platoon, which could consist of, you know, I don't know what a German platoon back in the day would consist of. Probably at least 40 to 80 men, at least. Again, I don't know the size of German platoons at the time. But again, 95% of them, bolt action K98s. Like, you know, especially at this time period, you know, STGs and the like, that didn't come till late war. And even when it did, it was such small numbers that it couldn't make a difference. They were fucking superb, sure. But they were using basically, at the time, antiquated equipment. Obviously, the Soviets using Mosins for the most part. Obviously, upgrading as the war goes on. But the Americans, you know, you're coming in there with Garens, for Christ's sake, you know, semi-autos. Even though the Lee Enfield, you know, it's a quick bolt. You know, on the actual bolt action itself, it's such a short bolt, you can cycle it a lot quicker. And you got a 10-round capacity, so an extra 5 rounds over a K98. It's just interesting to see. And you obviously have an ammo carrier. That guy's got ammo for the pig there. That's cool details, man. Pinned down by fire. You got a female fighter on the Soviet side. That's accurate. You'd see that on occasion. Obviously. Oh, wait till it's done. Oh. Yeah.
Die Angst ist immer da.
That sucks. I like the detail on the grenade, too. Timed it, yeah. Fuck. So I should say accuracy about females for the Soviet army. Obviously, they largely tried to keep them away from frontline combat roles. I obviously don't know the context of this attack. This could be, at the start, obviously, they were hidden, right? Meaning they had the element of surprise. This could be a forward push behind enemy lines, and maybe you're trying to take out like a mortar platoon or perhaps an artillery regiment back there, you know, firing on you. That's totally possible. You know, or could just be an attack on the what would you call it? I guess the command element of a platoon or a company fighting against you, right? Like if you get around, you know, the enemy's flanks essentially, and you're able to actually hit the command element itself. Obviously, that's a big blow, and it obviously led to further encirclements, which the Germans were known for, right? So, again, females, you didn't see them everywhere, especially usually not on front line, but totally not impossible to see by any means, that's for sure. And the detail on the grenade, I like the style of the German grenades.
Erich.
How it actually shows the string that you actually have to, you know, you uncap them, pull the string and throw, you know. It's a lot different than what we're used to with like a handle and a pin that you have to pull out, right? Obviously killing a woman would suck, you know, you're used to fighting men at the time. Oh. Artillery, okay. So that looked like it, and this is not entirely impossible. Let's just watch that again. Okay, okay. So smaller budget, obviously. You have to remember that. Obviously, an artillery fragment, if it landed far away from, or an artillery fragment, an artillery shell, if it landed far away from you, absolutely possible it could fly out and hit you like that.
Halt durch, Junge.
Buddies are dragging him out. You have an aid station back where you attacked from, yeah.
Leg ihn dahin.
Damn. Obviously, you got everyone dazed and confused, yeah.
Seltsam, dass einzig der Tod, vor dem man sich am meisten fürchtet, es vermag einem die Angst zu nehmen.
Wow. So obviously that's episode 1. Now you see what I mean by obviously the rest are credits, and I don't know how copyrighted the music is. But you know, obviously you can see what I mean by episode 1. They obviously they didn't know if they were going to continue. It feels like to me, right? Like they definitely ended it in a sense where it's like, oh, well, we could keep going, or we could, you know, this could be a one-time thing. Obviously, crowdfunding, thankfully, you know, allowed a series to be possible. So we're gonna watch episode 2. Episode 2 is 12 minutes long. Let's go right into it, guys. Like, I love this series. This series is, to me, like, it's much better than anything Hollywood has produced in a long time. Again, Band of Brothers is a classic. That is a fantastic show, and I think this, in short film style, this mimics that very, very well from the other perspective, right? I think it's very, very decent. Eventually, a story is developed, and you know, things happen. It's pretty good. The intro goes hard, I'm not gonna lie. Like, oh. Damn. Oh.
Das ist deine Fahrkarte nach Hause.
Just a small fragment. Definitely would fuck you up, but got lucky.
Sich geborgen fühlen, umgeben von
Guessing
Menschen,
10 days later.
die einen verstehen. Das
Oh,
ist
ja.
zu Hause.
Die sieht aus wie ein Hase. Das sind die Ohren und da ist
Man.
das Stummelschwänzchen.
Just crazy to me,
Schnee
like how
bedeckt
pretty
Berge.
Germany is, like the countryside.
Dass wir hier so liegen können, als gäbe es nur uns beide. Ich muss zurück zum Krankenhaus.
I have to go to the hospital. Yeah.
Wir sind hier doch in Sicherheit.
Ich kann nicht. Es wird sicherlich wieder viele Verletzte geben.
Many injured again, yeah. So obviously at this time, I'm not sure what year this is in. Obviously, if they're fighting the Soviets, it's after 42, likely 41, 42. So I'm guessing 42, 43 is probably when this is taking place initially. Yeah, man, women at this time, it was basically on the home front, full service for everyone, in that sense, right? So like, you know, if you were a woman, you were usually, you know, in the factory as well, or you were, you know, hospital staff, Medicare, you know, and that goes across for every nation. Basically, had similar roles for women, like that. It's yeah, it's rough because even when you get to go home, you know, because you got injured, it's like the war is still there, very present. You know, it's kind of nuts. Like you still know your nation's at war. Like this place looks nice. Like I'd live there.
So endete unser letzter gemeinsamer Abend.
Obviously not there, but I mean like the countryside of Germany. I'd like the countryside of Germany. I like, you know, European, you know, area, Austria. I find Austria very pretty. Switzerland, I find Switzerland beautiful, but obviously it's expensive as fuck if you're ever trying to visit Switzerland, you know. You know, there's a lot of places in Europe I'd like to eventually go visit, but obviously, you know, you can't, not made of money. You can't just be visiting everywhere. The UK, I'd love to go to Scotland. You know, and just do like a hiking trip through Scotland sometime. That would be fucking sweet, man. At least this girl is coming and visiting him.
Das ist für dich, damit du mich nicht vergisst.
Wie könnte ich dich vergessen?
Dann hast du mich immer bei dir.
Damit sie immer bei mir ist? Niemals würde ich wollen, dass sie an einen solchen Ort gelangt und sieht, was ich sehe.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pass auf dich auf.
It's also like the outfits, like the average like civilian would wear back then. Just so different than what we're used to today, you know? Get on the train, we're going east.
Inzwischen wirst du von meiner Verwundung erfahren haben. Aber du brauchst dich nicht zu
He's just
sorgen.
walking.
Die Verwundung war nur leicht. Ich hatte daher nur wenige Tage zur Genesung.
Therefore, I had just a few
Sie
days to
reichten gerade
recover.
einmal, um Luise zu besuchen.
Wow.
Wenn du diese Zeilen liest, bin ich schon wieder auf dem Weg zur Front. Ich weiß, eure Neugierde ist groß und ihr fragt euch, wie die Dinge stehen. Ich kann nur Gutes berichten, denn es geht wieder vorwärts.
Sharing cigarettes, nice, yeah. So that's interesting,
Die Stimmung
actually.
ist gut. Und wenn unsere Sache hier gut geht, wird es hier wohl wieder etwas ruhiger werden. Und wir kriegen ganz bestimmt Urlaub.
Getting vacation, yeah. It's interesting how it's like showing them like him literally walk through a field, because like obviously the trains only go so far east. After that, the front line could be theoretically anywhere, right? So it's up to you to report back to the front line, back to your company, back to your platoon, right? But it's like, where the fuck are they exactly? Well, you gotta walk, and now he's muckled on to like the, you know, the troop line. Hey, you know where they last were? Oh, I think over there somewhere. Oh, sick. Yeah, is it rough up there? Yeah, pretty rough. Fucking share a cig and fucking keep walking, you know? I think that's awesome.
Alles
you know?
Liebe. Dein Otto.
Like, cause it's not incorrect for the time, right? Like,
Viel Glück an der Front. Danke.
good luck on the front, yeah.
Würde sie die Wahrheit wissen wollen?
Bunch of people walking back, yeah. Going my way? Sure. That's awesome. Beats walking, that's for sure. Oh, nice. So obviously CGI tiger there, but like, still cool. You can see their budget expand quite a bit. That's a cool shot. Obviously, yeah, the tank is gone from that frame, but that's okay. The music goes very hard too, I will say.
Mit jedem Meter näher an die Front wird man gleichgültiger. Diese Gleichgültigkeit ist wie eine Decke, die sich um einen legt und behütet, vor dem Nachdenken schützt.
Wow. One guy's gonna stick out and talk to you there. Yeah, they just look done with it, yeah, walking back.
Die Front. Jetzt könnte jeder Schritt wieder mein letzter sein.
Mensch, Otto, da bist du ja wieder. Wie war's in der Heimat?
Weißt du, wo der Leutnant ist?
Der ist da vorne. Aber da knallt's.
Hmm.
Na gut.
Also, yeah, constant smoking. You'd constantly
Fangen dir nicht schon wieder
be
einer
bumming the
auf.
smoke off of
wusste nicht
people
so
when you
schnell
can.
Sagen Sie Schmidt, er soll sofort seine Männer nehmen und die linke Flanke verstärken. Jawohl! Das sind ja alle am Arsch!
Oh, so yeah, it's hot up there instantly, yeah.
Genesungsurlaub.
Freut mich, dass Sie zurück sind, Degen. Schnappen Sie sich sofort Munition und versorgen Sie die Maschinengewehrstellung. Verstanden?
Supply ammo to the machine gun, that's fair, yep.
Was hast du, Degen? Ich will da, was brauchst du? Gib MG Mun.
What do you need?
Also gut.
Give me MG ammunition.
Den und das mit. So. Gut. Hol die Granate an. Ja, schade. Also gut.
You need grenades? Yeah.
Abfahrt.
Forward march. Oh. Oh. Damn. Yeah. So you see, like, just how disadvantaged they are with bolt action weapons, right? In the age of, you know, semi-autos or even full autos, you know, especially for the assault or defense, right? Like, if you're defending, man, the second they close into range with you within 200 yards, close enough to spray automatic fire at you with submachine guns, like not even accurately, but just to keep your head down, it's so hard to pop even a shot off, and it's not going to be an accurate shot, you know, especially if you're getting shot at. If you lost the firefight, which is, again, the whole reason the MG42 was created was to lay down such a sustained rate of fire that the firefight could be won instantly. That's why it shoots like a fucking motherfucker. That's why it's called a buzzsaw, right? But obviously, like, you know, that can't fire, that runs out of ammo, maybe the people behind that weapon die. You just lost 80% of your firepower, and it was only in 2 guys, you know what I'm saying? And that could be for like a platoon even, you know? 80% of the firepower is in 2 people, you know? It's kind of nuts to think about. So obviously, yeah, be brave. Bum it through a field. That'd be rough. Yeah, you can't stop. See, that's an accurate representation, in a sense. Nice. Machine gun back up. Yeah. Like, you saw how many shots the machine gunner got off before before I guess Otto there could take one accurate shot with his bolt action. You know, it's just it's fucking insane, right? But again, when he approached him, Buddy here has literally his pistol out and he's trying to just fight them off with that. Not incorrect, right? Once you're out of ammo, again, you're fighting for your life, especially when you have guys closing in. You don't know necessarily, like, especially as an attacking force, you don't know that machine gun's out of ammo, right? So you're still gonna be fucking crawling forward because you still got pistol round. You obviously smaller caliber, and you might realize that in the heat of combat, but you also very much might not. You know, bullets are fucking bullets at the end of the day, especially when you're hyped up on adrenaline like that. You may or may not recognize it, especially depending on how, let's say vetted you are per se, right? So yeah, totally accurate that even with a pistol, he's still shooting. They don't know if another guy there is reloading that machine gun. Are you going to be the guy to risk it and stick your head up and get fucking sawed in half? I'm not, you know? So yeah, it's not incorrect, you know?
Ist ja gerade noch mal rechtzeitig gekommen.
Erich? Ach du?
Oh, is that his boy from us holding his hand there?
Gerade erst angekommen.
The start?
Wo ist Theo?
Panzergranate. Klammerowka.
Tank grenade, ooh.
Ging es wenigstens schnell?
Is it fast?
Nee.
No, damn.
Wie war's in der Heimat?
Das war anders.
I like how they're just chatting. Obviously, they got dead enemy in front of them. They have dead friendlies all around them. They're immediately like reconnecting again if the battle's won. Listen, man, like if you're seeing a friend again, that's like the only thing keeping you sane. And obviously, at this point, I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be calm. Like, we just got attacked by, like, it would seem like a pretty big force. Maybe they are all dead, maybe not, but I'd still keep my gun up. You still want to be ready for, like, the next hour or so, 2 hours at least. But, it is obviously for plot to reconnect and develop them, I understand that. Yeah, you got to take the moments where you can, obviously all around you is death, so to see a friend and be able to reconnect in that way is always good. Glad to be here again. Yeah. You just have to have that "it wasn't me" attitude, unfortunately, Audio has been licensed from New World Interactive, so I'm assuming that music is copyright. So if the intros get axed at all, if it sounds like shit, it's due to obviously the music being copyrighted. Okay, I don't have any control of that. I apologize, right? Wow, guys, tell me what you thought about this series, because again, I fucking love this series, and I have not seen the newest one, episode 11, I believe it is, man. So again, I really want to rewatch this series, and I really want to get there and be able to watch it with you guys. Obviously, I do remember a fair bit from this series, but man, I've never like actually paused it in detail and like talked about it. You know what I'm saying? So like noticing all these details and actually being able to like talk about it to you guys, I think that's really interesting. Let me know what you guys think about it. Obviously, like it's not my first time watching this, right? It will be once we get to the new one, but it's not my first time watching this series. So let me know what you guys think about like this more I guess like deep dive look, right? Into a certain topic. Again, I love World War II short films. I love World War II content. I love history in general, right? I'm willing to watch anything historical because I love that shit, it's awesome to me. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about that. Leave a like, subscribe for more content from me, and leave your recommendations down in the comments below. Big thank you to our members, our Hastati out there, and our Triarii, Paralyzed Tortoise. Big thank you to you, sir. As always, I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, without any further delay, see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.